All right, so in here is an MATX board from ASUS, the 760M. This is the DDR5 version. I ordered this manufacturer refurbished from eBay, and I trust eBay a lot more than I trust Amazon these days. In here we have SATA connections. These are SATA 3, and we have the antenna for the board so we can get Wi-Fi, and the board itself is in here. So we're not getting a lot of fancy things. So let's just go ahead and open it up. Here's the board. The board looks pretty small. But so you got standard here. So 4 DDR5 slots, CPU socket, and the 2 slot here, and the 2 slot here. 8-pin power connection, 24-pin motherboard connection. There's a heatsink right there. Yeah, so this board supports Intel 12th through 14th generation. So yeah, but we are going to be putting a 12th generation CPU. It's going to be the 12100F. And this is going to be built for 1080p entry 1440p gaming. So I'm going to be putting in a 3070 in here. Before you ask, it's a lot cheaper than the 5060, and it performs about the same. This build is going to be low power CPU. It doesn't heat up so much. So I am going to be using the Intel stock cooler. All right. If you're going with an i7 or an i5, I do not recommend the Intel stock cooler. And I say that from experience. I had an i7 and it was overheating instantly with the stock cooler. You do not need to take off this plastic. Place it in here. Snaps right into place. Just like that, your CPU is secure. You align it, then you press down on these things. And that's pretty solid. And if you're wondering how you know if it's pretty solid or not, you can pick up the board with it and it's not gonna move towards any side. That's how you know it's firmly attached. This is gonna be the pins for the CPU. You know, this doesn't really matter. I will change it once it's on the case. And for the RAM, before we actually add the RAM, let me point out that this is 3D printed. This thing for the back of the board actually does fit properly. If it works, it works. Let's add the most expensive component to the board. There you go. Oh, now the person that's receiving this really likes to play Call of Duty. They're going to be getting this 2 terabyte NVMe from Crucial, so that should be able to fit at least one of those games. You know, but once updates come out for that game, then they won't be able to play it anymore. This already has the thermal pad on it. Put this in here. 3070 that I'm going to be using is one from a previous video. It shouldn't bottleneck the 12100F. It'll be just fine with it as long as you mainly stay on 1440p. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.